Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love. Welcome back to my channel. If you're an existing subscriber, if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am here to do a daily intuitive soul tip, and this is kind of spirit guided me to do this as part of going into soul coaching, intuitive soul coaching for people and for souls. And so I was guided to the Roots and Wings deck, and the card that came out when I shuffled was Light of Life. Isn't that beautiful? So Spirit wants me to talk about Light of Life as regarding, the spiritual journey and, the power of it is really what I want to say. But what is the light of life? The light of life, it is the love, the spiritual self within us, within each of our hearts, and release any fear regarding that. I burped again. When you burp, when you're doing a reading, because you're reading for a collective, you're picking up on energy, and that is fear being released. So as you hear this message, you may have some fear being released. So within each of the hearts, within each of your hearts is this light. The picture shows the vastness of the universe behind it. We are but a drop in the ocean. Some of you have heard that phrase. Or we're but a star in the universe, the wide, wide, expansive universe. When we say there is a greater plan, a lot of times we don't see the entire picture when we're walking this journey. And so we learn trust along the way, to trust the process, trust that the higher power, God, the universe, however you see it, has a bigger plan for our life. And, we learn to trust in that. We surrender to a bigger plan, knowing that there's something greater than us in this world, in this universe. And, trust in the light and love within ourselves. We hear intuition, we hear guidance. We are intuitively guided by spirit. We trust in that spiritual guidance. At least we learn to trust in that spiritual guidance, has been my experience. And the wisdom we are being given with that guidance. Our gifts, as we release more of what we don't need, release fear, we open up to more expansiveness of the light, and that allows us to deepen our spiritual gifts. And this light, love inside of us, it lights the way for us. We learn to trust in this light, in this love, and we embrace our own unique glow and gifts that we have to give to the world. So it's a process. We all come here full of this light, and things happen along the way, and it's all lessons that we learn to come back to this beautiful bright light that we all have within us, within our hearts. And along the way, we learn to trust in the process, to trust that there's a greater plan, to trust that there's a higher power guiding us. And so it becomes a lot of trust, a lot of learning, and a lot of awareness that we gain in trusting this light and trusting in the love within us. So I hope this helps, and I hope you have a magical day. Namaste.